Hi, thanks for joining me today. I am Charlotte Bergman, and I am the host for Political Talk with Charlotte. Today, we're going to focus on the breaking news of today. I'm sorry, please forgive me, Reverend Al Green. Representative Al Green was censored today. Representative Al Green was censored today. So, we're going to get into this topic when we come back. Thank you for joining me, and we will be right back. Yes, I am back with a quick finger, but that's okay. Thanks for joining me. It's exciting to be able to join you guys on a Thursday. And we do air our show every Thursday at noon. That's Thursday Central Standard Time. I am your host, Charlotte Bergman. And if you want to reach me, you have a question about something that I said that you may want to have expounded on even more, just email me at charlotte@charlottebergman.com or send me a post on Facebook. I do not do Messenger. I'm sorry. I have access to Messenger, but I do not do Messenger. I just don't want them getting into all of my personal contact information. So on Facebook, send me a text at Elake Bergman on Facebook for my profile page. Send me a message at charlotte.bergman.com. And Bitchute, send me a message at Political Talk with Charlotte. And in all of those places where we air, please share my show with your friends. We also, we're on Twitter. Yes, on X. We're on X at Elect Bergman, on YouTube at Bergman for Congress, and on Twitch.com at Charlotte Bergman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I just hope you're having a great day just as I'm having. If you are new to the channel, leave a comment and or subscribe to my channel on YouTube and or Rumble. Help us to grow to reach many people. Some of the things I'm going to share with you today, it's going to get you pretty excited. I want you to know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you. And whoa, we got some people here today. I appreciate you. Please comment and share my video because there is an algorithm that tries to suppress my videos. And there is my good friend, Noni. Hi. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you. I truly, truly do. I appreciate you and Karen so, so much. Anyway, check out my book if you hadn't already, The Last Trumpet in the Battle for America. We're going to talk about the Democrat Party and the good versus the evil. So many people used to look at the Republican Party and the Democrat Party and say, well, I'm a Democrat. And they would say, and you are a Republican. But now we have to get away from that. We've got to look at these parties which differentiate themselves between good versus evil. If any of you saw the president's speech the other day, President Donald J. Trump, you saw the anger, the hatred, the poutiness in the expressions from the Democrat Party. Guys, they are angry, and it is not just your normal anger. I really believe a lot of it has to do with the fact that Doge is working. Doge is having an impact. As I looked at Representative Al Green's net worth, which compares very closely to Steve Cohen's net worth, these are two men, and it is not only them, these are men whose annual salary, and has been for years, is only $174,000 a year. And I'll tell you what, if any of you have visited Washington, D.C., it is definitely expensive to live there. I understand that very much. It is expensive to live in Washington, D.C., but these people's net worth is $10 million. Nancy Pelosi and Elizabeth Warren and several others, they are really slick people. They have earned a lot of money, and their salary is not, their salary does not back up how they've gotten so rich. But anyway, that's for another show. The Democrat Party, look at it as the good party versus the evil party. I became a Republican years ago, and I became a Republican because, well, Bill Clinton convinced me to become a Republican. I could not join the Democrat Party, continue to be a member of the Democrat Party at that time. But more importantly, guys, I am so glad I made the change. And as I learned more and learned about Frederick Douglass, that solidified my desire to be a Republican. But Black people and many white people are beginning to leave the Democrat Party. They are getting tired of this. But before we go into that, let me show you where all of this started in terms of Representative Green. I want you to take a walk back a couple of days ago with me and see what actually caused this division and why he was censored.
Small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions.
There he is.
Members are engaged in a willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Bye-bye.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House.
I tell you what, guys, we must uphold decorum in the House. That's the seat of our government, and it has to be respected. I hope you agree with me. But that's not all I'm going to share with you. That's how it started. And people are coming out from all different places, and they are making statements about what actually happened. I want you to listen to this young lady. I was listening to her the other day, and I want you to hear what she has to say, because she makes a lot of sense.
My God, y'all, this is too much. I am watching this address to the Joint Congress, Let me tell you guys something. The Democrats, if you are a Democrat, you should be so embarrassed. They're acting like little bitty kids. Like they all got an attitude. They had to kick Al Green out because he running there shaking the stick. Nancy Pelosi slobbering on herself. Hakeem Jeffrey sitting over there. And did you see Jasmine Crockett when Al Green got kicked out? She sit down like, you should not. They all over there holding up signs, somehow false and Elon and all of this. They are so embarrassing. I wouldn't want to be a Democrat, but you know what this does? It lets me know that I'm on the right side because everything that man is saying is good for America. And now you see who does not want America to prosper. You see who does not care about America. Them Democrats sitting over there with an attitude. I'm sick of them. Oh my God, they're embarrassing. I couldn't be called a Democrat. No way. They look like old, brittle, demonic demons. They look like gremlins, just bitter bigots. They just look like their life sucks. Their life sucks. They look unhappy. I wouldn't want to be married to none of them, honestly. They look like they are just terrible in a relationship. Like they frown up at everything. You can't be yourself, can't have no fun. They're bullies. They suck. I am so glad Trump is back in office. Because look at the leadership. This is rate the leadership. I'm going to give them a thumbs down. Can we fire all of them? They don't even want to collaborate with the president. You know, that's supposed to be in leadership, collaboration. They don't even want to do that. They don't even care that things are going good. Did you hear the stuff that he was listing that they found? With the waste? And I'm glad he called Stacey Abrams out too. But I'm sick of black Democrats. You know what? Y'all taking the fall. You got them white Democrats that put y'all up in the front for y'all to take the fall. Now y'all looking stupid and ignorant. I'm glad they put Al Green's old funky behind out. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of all these old big.
Guys, what she said was true. She just laid it all out there. And you're right. Why are the Democrats so angry? If you listen to Al Green, and I'm going to explain to you later why he feels this way. He thinks that it's all about Doge. They don't want the cuts. You gotta wonder how much of the cuts are eaten into their net worth. Because the people in their communities, they are not successful. There are people that are living around roaches, around rats, around dirty areas, and people have gotten to a point where they're used to it. No, you deserve better. You deserve for your representative to go and fight for you so that you can live a better life. Now, I want to share with you this other guy, and I want you guys to understand something. Before I play what this guy says, I want you, if you're sensitive to profanity, and normally I am too, but I tried to listen to what he had to say. I thought I could bleep some of it out, but you can't bleep it all out. He is saying black folks have woken up. We've turned our backs on the Democrat Party. He said, let Donald Trump come on in there and fix this SHIT. You cannot use your race no more to tell us what the FUCK to do. And I just want to share this with you. At first, I thought maybe I shouldn't share it with you. But you know what, guys? When I listen to many of the representatives, especially coming from Texas, the way they talk, they use profanity, so you can't get away from it, not necessarily. But anyway, I want to share this with you guys. And I'd like for you to share with me your comments below and let me know what you think. And yes, if you don't like profanity, I would advise you just silence this part of the show.
Yep, they thought we was stupid. They thought we was ignorant. Black folks have woken up. We've turned our back on the Democratic Party. You can no longer use race and religion to sway us into voting for some bullshit. Yeah, we voting for policies, okay? America is fucked up. And how the fuck is we gonna make it better voting for the same motherfuckers that's in control right now? Cause obviously, you some of bitches can't do your job. Y'all some bitches, it's time to get fired. Let Donald Trump come on in there and fix this shit, cause goddamn, I'm tired of the bullshit. And black folks are too. You cannot use our race no more to tell us what the fuck to do. You understand me? So Obama, Magic Johnson, and the rest of you some more bitches, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. We got this.
All right, guys. You heard what he says, and I'm finding out that there are a lot of people that feel that same way. There is anger, especially in the black community. I'm a member of the Whitehaven Republican Club, and I am meeting so many minorities that are stepping forth and saying, I cannot continue to support the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party, they're beginning to understand the Democrat Party never had their interests at hand. But the Democrat wanted to use them to be the front man for the crap that they wanted to do, to embarrass us. And we've got some black Congress critters who are willing to step out there, and they've had in their pockets and they're getting money in their bank accounts. But I'd rather have my integrity than to have a lot of money in my pocket. So anyway, I want to show you this. Today, they voted to censor Representative Al Green. And guys, you wouldn't believe this. I mean, I was surprised. There were some Democrats who voted to censor him. It wasn't just Republicans. There were some Democrats who voted to censor him. The final vote was Republicans 214. 4 Republicans did not vote. But check this out. There were 10 Democrats that voted to censor him. 198, of course, said no, they didn't want him to be censored. And 2 actually voted present. There were 4 that did not even vote. So what we have is a total of 224 that voted to say, yes, censor his butt. There were 198 Democrats that did not want him to be censored. And can you believe it? After the dude was censored, the Democrats stood up in the well of the House and started singing. They are trying so hard to find their Martin Luther King Jr. That's what they're doing. And they want anybody to mobilize the black community, to get the black community in an uproar. So what does it mean to censor a congressman? Okay, in terms of Al Green. Okay, today the House voted to censor Representative Al Green. He's unrepentant. He's defiant. He disrupted President Trump's address in Congress. That signified a formal reprimand. You see, as mothers, especially being a mother and a grandmother, if you don't show that there are consequences to one's actions immediately, they'll continue to screw up. House Speaker Mike Johnson, the Republican out of Louisiana, had Green removed from the chamber during the early moments of the Trump speech on Tuesday night. And you saw that. Green stood and shouted at Trump after the Republican president said the November 5th election had delivered a governing mandate not seen for many decades. And Green shouted, "You have no mandate." And Johnson said, "Take your seat, sir." And Republicans acted quickly to rebuke Green with a censure resolution that officially registers the House deep disapproval of that member's conduct, of Green's conduct. Once such a resolution is approved by the majority vote, which it was, the member is asked to stand in the well of the House while the Speaker or presiding officer reads the resolution. So he has to have a resolution read against him. The resolution is offered in all seriousness. Sometimes we must do this in order to get us to the next level of conduct in these hallowed chambers. And the chambers are considered hallowed, but not Representative Al Green and not a few of his comrades that have been elected. Many of them are embarrassing. They just don't know any better. Representative Al Green stated that the reason he did it was because he was fighting for SNAP and for Medicaid. Well, the fact of the matter is this: he lied. He lied, and that's what Democrats are doing. They are lying, and what they're doing is using issues like Medicaid and SNAP. But let me just break this down to you. The Executive Office of the President, Office of Management and Budget, posted this. Says there was a temporary freeze on benefits to Americans like SNAP or student loans, and much of that was done. No, it says, is there a freeze on benefits to Americans like SNAP or student loans? Much of that was done so that they can weed out the Americans from the illegal aliens that were receiving that information. They had to look at who was receiving the money, and that's where Doge come in. The answer: Medicaid benefits for Americans. There's no freeze on Medicaid. There's no freeze on SNAP. Says no. Any program that provides direct benefits to Americans is explicitly excluded from the pause and exempted from this review process. So Representative Al Green knew that there was no pause affecting SNAP, affecting Medicaid, affecting Social Security, affecting Medicare. These programs are going to continue without a pause. Funds for small businesses, farmers, Pell Grants, Head Start, rental assistance, and other similar programs, they won't be paused. If agencies are concerned that these programs may implicate the President's executive order, they should consult OMB. Representative Al Green didn't consult OMB. No. And the reason he didn't is because he wanted the lie to stand. He wanted people to believe. Hi, Stephanie, my niece. Hi. And you're saying hello to Noni? Good for you. Anyway, getting back to this, Representative Al Green and the Democrat Party members who do not understand the decorum required of them as representatives cannot fully represent the people in their community. And that's why they're failing, and that's why they need to be brought up on charges. I just want to, before I end this show, it was going to be a short show. I want to share with you guys something that happened the other night. I want you all to see it. And then I'll discuss further what actually transpired. Look at this interaction between President Trump and Justice Amy Coney Barrett. Between Justice Amy Coney Barrett and President Trump. You could actually see the disdain for Trump on both sides of their faces. That means Amy Coney Barrett as well as Chief Justice Roberts. Watch when President Trump goes by them. Watch that eye contact. See how she's looking at him? Saw that? Did you see that? And the next day, they decided to vote against President Trump to say that all of the money that is being used fraudulently or legally coming out of US AID, USA for international aid, it has to continue. They didn't even bother to check to see if the money that was coming out was money being used correctly. No, no. You want to know something? I want you to watch Amy Coney Barrett as well as Justice Roberts. Because see, here's something that's going on. Someone suggested that Congress needs to cut the court's $9 billion discretionary fund by $2 billion. Yeah, get rid of those two. But we have a new AG, Pam Bundy, and we have a director of the FBI, Kash Patel. And then we have those files that are being hidden or kept covered, and it's the Epstein files. Guys, I want you all to know something. Watch out for these two, because these two, Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett, got their children with the help of Epstein. They have not been acting right. And I believe something's going to come out. As a matter of fact, I listened to people, and they're talking about the fact that Roberts needs to lose his seat as the Chief Justice. And I would advocate that we get, during this period of conservatism, that we get true conservatives to lead the justice, to lead the Supreme Court. I don't believe we can depend on Roberts and Barrett to do the right thing. The Epstein file is a national security issue. And who knows? I believe we're going to find out more about what's going on, and I believe that they're going to be exposed. Bobby, you are one of the smartest people I know. You're right. Justice Barrett is straight from Memphis. Straight from Memphis. That says a lot. Sabrina, there's a lot to what you're saying. I believe. I believe it. Look at my people. Go Pam and Cash. Stephanie, you're right. She rolled her eyes at him. She certainly did. And the next day, they voted against. They voted against using the American people's money correctly. But what's going to happen is, Doge is doing his job. We cannot depend upon the Supreme Court to do its job. So what we need Congress to step forth and pass a law to make sure that what they're uncovering is protected, and that the American people are not penalized for the waste, fraud, and abuse. And I believe that the American people are going to ultimately benefit, because they're going to get some money. So watch out for that money. Watch out for when Congress does its job and protect what Elon Musk is doing. There are some things that are about to happen. We're going to have a great nation. And as I shared before, the Democrats are trying to say, well, the price of eggs is too high. Gee whiz, I discussed that back during Oh, last year I discussed that. Let me remind you guys what high cost of things were during the Biden administration. Biden inflation was up 3.5% overall. And the fact of the matter is, it was actually up 17.9%. Eggs were up 49.3%. Gas was up 47.8%. This was during the Biden era. Peanut butter was up 40.1%. Flour was up 33.5%. And on and on and on. Chicken was up 23.9%. Pet food. Many of you pet lovers are out there. I know you paid some pretty pennies for the food to feed your animals. Prices are going to go down. Have confidence. As I said, it's like you make it up in your mind. Say if you gain a lot of weight like I have and you start working out at the gym, soon as you walk in there, that weight doesn't go away overnight. You got to work at it. Let's give President Trump not as long as some members would require. Yes, Stephanie, pet food has gone up. Noni, you're right. We need to follow the money. You guys are terrific. I love you guys so much. But it's imperative that we understand that prices are going to come down. And let's give them at least until July. Because the House and the Senate have passed their budget. Now they have to go through reconciliation. Once those bills are passed, we're going to see some difference. But the 14th, I think, next week, we're going to have to pass a continuing resolution because the reconciliation process won't be finalized during that time. And the Democrats are now getting together and they want a government shutdown, but we aren't going to give it to them. We have enough members to vote for a continuing resolution. Now, what that means is we are going to vote for the budget as it was from last year. But the difference between what Trump does and what this administration does and what the last administration does is they spent every penny. Every penny will not be spent this time. They are going to go through the process, make sure that what we spend is benefiting the American people. That's why you need to stay away from the Democrat Party. Noni says, just waiting for the wheat and potato crop to be diagnosed with bird flu. Oh, no, it's too late for that. It's too late for that. Oh, guys, our country, this is going to be the best country in the whole wide world. And you may not understand everything that's going on, but I tell you what, ultimately, you're going to see the benefits and the positive results of what you voted for on November the 5th. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate your time. And if you didn't get a chance to hear all of this video, go back and listen to it later. Okay? As I said before, you can replay it on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Rumble, on Bitchute, and in various other areas of social media. But get the whole message and then share it with somebody. Share this video with somebody so that they won't become disillusioned. They won't give up. They will hang in there because it's not going to happen overnight. What is Stephanie saying? No. No way. I didn't hear that, Stephanie. But I would just put it like this. Whoever said that, the Holy Spirit told them that because God is using me to make this community better. We're going to have a great community and we're going to have. Now you make me cry. Thank you so much. I love you too. and proud of you. You're my family. So take care, guys. Have a great weekend. God is good and God has our back, and God is going to make this community the best. You're going to be living the best life. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. And don't get distracted by the antics of the Democrat Party because they're just having temper tantrums. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. Thank you. Let me post what what Nani said. Thank you. Have a great weekend. I love you. Go to church, worship, pray for us, and pray for our leadership because we finally got the best. It's just got to have time to manifest itself. Woo-hoo, I'm so